Welcome to our tutorial, Mastering Proposal Labor Settings in XTEN-AV. Today, we'll walk you through the recent enhancements to our labor settings in x.doc, designed to streamline your proposal creation process. Start by signing into your XTEN-AV account and selecting Settings from the Profile drop-down menu. On the Settings page, navigate to x.doc Settings, and from the drop-down menu, select Labor Settings. Here, you'll find 3 labor types: per item, overall, and custom. When you create a new proposal, the labor settings chosen in Labor Settings will be applied by default. Let's explore each labor type, starting with per item labor. The per item labor type allows you to assign different labor heads to each item. This lets you denote specific costs to the company and the client based on hourly rates. You can specify hours as you add items to your BOM. The system will then automatically compute the labor cost based on the respective labor heads assigned to each item. You can edit each labor head by clicking on the Actions button, add more by clicking the Add Labor, or delete it by clicking the Delete option. Let's see how the per item settings appear in a proposal. Choose any proposal and go to the Rooms and Items section. Here, you'll find the Labor Settings button on the right of the proposal page. The default labor type is set as per item. You can then modify your per item labor preferences. For instance, by clicking the Manage button, you can add per item labor for items in your library, or resync labor headers with the group labor. This action will update your cost to company and cost to client as per the labor settings. Additionally, you have the option to add the labor header with a designated button, rename it, mention the cost to the company and client, or delete it. Furthermore, you can rearrange the labor headers with a simple drag and drop and edit any labor heads by selecting them. When you're done, click Save and Close to save your settings. To add hours to each item, navigate to the Edit button. Input the time for each labor head in the time field, and click Save and Close. You'll see that the labor cost is updated accordingly. Next, go to the Pricing Breakdown section in the proposal, where you will find all the labor heads present in the pricing breakdown, including the internal cost for the corresponding labor. Furthermore, you'll find the Profit and Labor Analysis option here. This will open the Profit Breakdown section. Here, you can see your gross margin amount, gross margin percentage, and markup percentage. You can also view the labor breakdown pie chart, which displays both the cost to the client and the cost to the company. This pie chart is available only if you choose per item labor. Now, let's delve into the overall labor cost. Head over to Labor Settings. Choose Overall Labor as your labor type. This represents a consolidated cost applied to all items. You can choose to display the labor breakdown in the pricing section by selecting Yes or No. You can set the overall labor as a percentage of the total BOM cost or input an explicit amount. If required, add more custom sections by clicking Add Header, rename them by clicking on the header box, or delete them. You can assign different costs to all the equipment items in your BOM. For instance, I have included the programming, testing, installation, and training costs. You also have the flexibility to compute the total cost by specifying the total labor hours and setting the labor price per hour using the Calculate option for each labor head. Finally, conserve your settings by clicking the Save and Close button. When you go to the pricing breakdown, you can view the overall labor reflected in the table. Let's dive into the third labor category, custom labor. Start by heading over to the Labor Settings. Select Custom as your preferred labor type. This selection enables you to allocate labor on an hourly or daily basis to each room while incorporating a margin or markup on the labor cost. You can customize your labor summary display, whether by room, summary, or both, and choose your labor time measurement in either days or hours. Moreover, you can apply a global markup, which will be reflected across all items. Once you've made these choices, click Save and Close to finalize your settings. A new section named Labor Breakdown will then appear. Use the Add Labor button to introduce various labor headers. Additionally, you can use the Edit button to adjust labor details like the number of hours, hourly rates, markup, and more, and remember to click Save and Close. Let's now add testing as a labor category with the hourly rate and modifying the pricing details by clicking the Edit button. Returning to the pricing breakdown section, you'll see that labor has been updated in the pricing breakdown table. That wraps up our walkthrough of the different labor classifications in the newly updated x.doc. Thank you for tuning in. For further information, please visit x.TEN-AV.com.